and welcome to this week's Football Talk podcast. I am hosting this week, Josh Call, and with me is... Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Hello, you're there.
I'm
loud
here.
and clear in sunny or rainy Singapore.
Overcast. Overcast, yeah.
Overcast?
We had a rainy morning.
Is that usual?
No, it's getting into the wet season now. So, like, we have a... It's
okay.
basically hot, wet,
Exciting.
hotter, wet, hottest is
Stop
our
it,
seasons
Dave.
that we have. So, yeah. I mean, I wasn't talking about my personal life, lads.
No seasons there.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all. Let's crack on with the podcast, Josh?
Well, I was going to actually talk about England weather. So
rubbish.
Just to let you know what it's like.
Yeah.
It's been, we had a taster of summer a month ago, and now it's been a bit rainy and rubbish. But I had a new lawn laid a couple of weeks ago, so it's been perfect because I haven't had to water it because it's been raining on it, which is fantastic.
A new lawn laid, like they do at Wembley and stuff. Like
Yeah. I wasn't happy with the. It was kicking up a little bit, so I made sure I got the people in, rolled it. Though it's because we had a bit of a sloping garden. I got that levelled, and so I laid new turf. So I've got a very flat, very rectangular garden and some football goals. So I might as well paint some lines on it and call it a pitch.
Exactly.
Out in the pitch, yes.
Do it. What would you name your pitch?
That's what we came to talk about.
First, well, hang on. First little question for you. What would you name your home ground if it was at your house? Like, what would your back garden... If it was a full-size football pitch, what would the stadium name be?
Well, I bought a new build house, and they all have kind of names for the type of houses they are, and so I wanted to kind of theme that with our house anyway, because I like the name, because you'll find out in a second why. And so I would use that name for the pitch. It would be called the Winchester.
That's the pub in Shaun of the Dead, isn't it?
That is the pub in the Shaun of the Dead. Yes, this house was called... The style of house I bought was called a Winchester. I was like, wow, can we get like a gun? Get a gun put above like the kitchen? Can we have something outside called a Winchester? And she was like, no. Angela being my wife, she's like, maybe? I was like,
that means
no.
That means no, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd obviously have the football pitch called the Winchester.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Do you have any stadium names for your mythical stadium in your back garden, which you don't have because you live in an apartment?
Well, my house in Bristol, when we lived in Bristol, was on a little private little sort of road thing called Baker's Ground. I always thought that's quite a cool little stadium name.
Yeah,
just calling it Baker's Ground because it's already got the word ground in it, so it sounds like it's going to be old and
it's written itself.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, probably just Baker's Ground. I like that.
Baker's Ground, nice.
Anyway, right, that was totally unscripted. So on to the podcast.
Yeah, throw that out though. Throw that out, listeners. If you've got your back garden, if you want to name your back garden's football ground, do it.
What would it be?
Let us know.
Let us know.
Cool, yeah. Yeah. All right, but we'll move on into the news. And to start off, I wanted to correct something last week. Last week we inadvertently forgot to mention something, which some sad news from the week before was the news around Justin Edinburgh's passing. So it came as a shock. I remember watching the Champions League final, and there was photos of Justin Edinburgh out there. And then he got news of him taken ill on the Monday, and I was like, okay, he's fit, healthy. He's only like 49. He's a manager. He looks well. He'll be back at it soon. And then the news came the following weekend that he'd passed, and it was just very sad news. And I remember him fondly because that's when I kind of started supporting Spurs. He was around. Obviously, he was in our League Cup final. Got sent off, but that was for attempt to hit Robbie Savage. So that's another big bonus. But just it was a very sad news that someone so young and seemingly fit passes away, and just a reminder to us all that life is short and enjoy it while we can. So that's what we try and do. And condolences to Justin Edinburgh, his friends and family.
Indeed, well said, Josh. Well said.
Yes. But we'll move on from that and cover different things that have happened, more positive things that have happened in the news over the past week. So, Dave, what has happened in your world of football? In your view, what are you going to throw in the mix?
Well, I've got a very interesting one to start, which is actually, I sort of heard about but it's just gone on the BBC News website, and I read about it actually on a different website before, that Gerard Piqué has bought a football team, which is always interesting. When a professional player, a currently playing professional player, buys a football team. They're in the 5th tier of Spanish football. FC Andorra is what they're called.
Oh, okay, so they're Andorran, alright.
So, yes, it's in the tiny Andorran village of Oncamp. and the
So they're going to be like in the mountains. They're going to be like, yeah.
It's 4,000 feet above sea level, and their whole stadium is surrounded by mountains. So you know your geography well, Josh. Well done.
Yeah. So the expansion of that stadium may be a little bit difficult. So he's not in it for the money.
Yes, exactly. It's going to be pretty tough for them. But the Barcelona defender dreams of hearing the Champions League anthem, around the ground. I mean, it's a
I mean,
it's a
I can make that dream come true. I can go there and play the song. If that's what he wants.
Yeah, get your iPhone out, put it on speaker, and just play it through. Yeah.
Do you know that Champions League anthem was written specifically for the Champions League?
Oh, well, no, I didn't know that. So it's not just a song like an opera sort of song. It was specifically.
And there's different verses in different languages. Yeah. And I thought it was just it was written by someone called Tony Britton, by the way.
Okay. How did you? Why have you researched this?
No, this was mentioned on the that Peter Crouch podcast, and I thought I'd just share it in case anybody hasn't listened to that one.
I must not have listened to that one.
This tidbit of information. Yeah. There's different. There's one in English, one in Spanish, one in Italian, I think, or maybe German. And he wrote the Champions League.
Okay.
Anthem. So
what's the best football anthem you've ever heard?
Are we talking anthem? Or are we talking song?
I'm happy to go for anything that's actually like a song per se. So not a chant, because chants aren't really like a song. But yeah, like an anthem for a World Cup, or a song to do with like a club released or England have released or something like that. So I would accept Three Lions. That's probably up there as one of the best. For an England,
yes,
from England
that's
point
exactly. I was about to start singing that, so you saved me having to sing that.
That's good, because
that just gets me going like someone else. That does.
Okay.
I mean, that's just in my normal playlist. Like that will just come on shuffle on my Spotify playlist.
I love that.
Oh, the cross St George are flying all around me. Yes, they are.
I love that. Oh, yeah, love that, Josh. Nice, very nice.
Yeah. Because also a big fan of Vindaloo. So
Vindaloo. Was in the song or the curry?
That's too spicy for me. I'm more of a. Actually, I had a curry last week, jalfrezi, and I'm getting to the stage where, you know what, that's a little bit spicy for me. Next day, hot snakes coming out.
Bloody hell! You're a fanny. Sort it out.
What's your curry of choice?
Well, funnily enough, over here it's Vindaloo.
Seriously?
Yeah, because a Vindaloo done properly shouldn't be like fake chili powder spice. It's spiced really nicely, so it's very flavoursome. It's not like just burn your face off spice. When I was in the UK, it was a chicken pathia, I think it's called pathia, which is like a quite spicy but like soury. It was really tasty, really tasty. Okay. But curries over here are amazing, and everything's spiced quite spicy in Asia, so you sort of got to live with it.
Yeah. Nice.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, anthems. So I was always a fan.
Anything to mix?
Yeah, Nessun Dorma. Now, obviously, we weren't really old enough to appreciate it, but watching highlights back, I love the fact that it's the whole intro to it builds up, and then like with I just think the clips they used in the highlights and stuff like went with the song really well, and I just really like it. Like it
is a good song. Yeah,
Nessun Dorma. Anyway, so going back to Gerard Piqué buying a football club, basically he's took inspiration from the Man United players that bought Salford City. He wants to do something similar.
Okay.
With that was his inspiration. So that was my bit of news to start the news rolling.
Do you know what? That flows lovely into my news of the Carabao Cup.
Okay. When they did the draw in Morrison's.
They did do a draw in a local Morrison's.
That's not a way to try and make people think this is a serious trophy, is it? What a joke.
No. When you were back in England, what was your supermarket of choice? Were you a Morrison's man? I can't imagine you being a Morrison's man. I'd go for you maybe being a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's.
Well, Morrison's, I'm trying to think if there was. Yeah, there was a Morrison's in Bristol. Yeah, I very rarely went there. I was more of a Tesco delivery man.
Yeah, I love a Tesco delivery.
Yeah, that was a
delivery saver as well. If you're not using that, people, delivery saver saves you a pretty penny.
I just have to say at this point we aren't sponsored by anyone like that, because YouTube pick up on things. But
we'll welcome it.
yeah. If you work for that company, then feel free to get in touch, and we'll more than happily take some money to sponsor the podcast by a large supermarket chain of choice.
But to link it back, Salford City have been drawn in the first round against. Do you know who this is, Dave?
No, I don't.
Leeds United.
Ooh. Interesting. That is
Yes.
a very
And
big. Why the championship teams go in round one? Obviously they do. But
yeah, round one. Yeah, yes,
yeah.
they do. And Gary Neville tweeted something along the lines of, "Blimey, hello Leeds, haven't seen you in 15 years."
I mean,
Yeah,
Leeds
so
are going to smash
that's
them.
one of the big. Yeah, they are. But also drawn was AFC Wimbledon versus MK Dons. So
Oh, I
that
love
was,
that.
another
Love
little
that when that
tasty.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Come on, AFC Wimbledon.
Yes.
No one likes MK Dons, unless you're
Very
a
true.
supporter of MK Dons,
MK
which
Don
are
fan.
yeah, few and
Yeah.
far between. But I think
Yeah.
everybody in the
Yeah.
wider footballing world probably wants AFC Wimbledon to win that game, unless you're an MK Dons fan,
Yeah,
because of how they were set up and everything. But yeah,
I agree with that.
yeah.
Right, we'll go into some retirements. Have you seen a couple of retirements this week? I reckon one. Well, I personally feel stronger about. Oh, I don't know. They're both quite pretty equal, but one player is more of an FM legend, I think, and I reckon you've got a soft spot for him as well. So, Dario Serna has retired this week, Dave.
Oh, well, he played for Shakhtar, didn't he? Had like a long,
Played for
massive,
Shakhtar.
massive career at Shakhtar. That's why I found out
15
about
years
him.
at Shakhtar.
Oh yeah, Dario
Won the UEFA
Serna.
Cup.
He could hit a free kick.
Oh, he could hit free. Played the whole right side. He could play right mid, right back, right wing back. Lovely player.
Centre mid occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Dario Serna. Yeah, big fan. Big fan.
But I'm not quite sure. I haven't looked into the details. But he ended his career at Cagliari. He went to Italy for a year.
Oh right, I didn't know that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
assumed he was
at Shakhtar.
like boss of Shakhtar or something. I thought they would have just promoted him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, oh, I didn't know he had
I imagine
retired.
he'll return there. But yeah, and apparently had a reasonably successful time as well. So.
Yeah, well, good on him.
But yeah, everybody remember him. If you're listening, you've played FM kind of, in the probably 07 to 10, 11. I probably was his peak.
Yeah, you could always get him on a free like a year and a bit into the game when his contract expired, and he was always ridiculously good at right back, ridiculously good.
Player.
Yeah, and then I guess the other retiree is El Nino, Fernando Torres.
Yeah, Fernando Torres, who, I mean, it did tail off pretty dramatically after his move to Chelsea, but at one time at Liverpool, probably, would you say this is fair, probably was one of the best, well, if not the best striker in the world at one point?
I think, yeah, he not necessarily like the best striker, but he was one of the best finishers in the world. Like, because he wasn't
I wouldn't say striker.
Well, he wasn't complete. He was never like a complete forward. I wouldn't say.
Oh, I'd say he was almost on the cusp of being complete forward.
Really? You reckon he could hold the ball up?
Header, yeah, held the ball up, could run in behind. I thought I put him as a very complete striker when he had his pace around him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I agree. He was one of the best like strikers we've seen in the Premier League at that time, like with the stats he had and how he played, and it was just he was very, very good. But is he a prime example of too much at a young age, so he gets massive burnout? And you think that's why it tailed off so quickly? Yeah.
Yeah, played a lot of games for and also playing through injury. I think a lot at Liverpool because he was so important. He played through injury at a point, and I think then that all came to a head when he moved to Chelsea, where it just he got crippled. He lost that yard of pace, and it was just retired, didn't it? But I mean, he still had a fantastic moment for Chelsea, scoring the goal
that put them through to the final. Yeah.
Yeah,
that made Gary Neville have a live on screen orgasm. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But who did? Here's a question for you. So who did Atletico Madrid? Unless you've got his Wikipedia page up right now in front of you. Then
I have not.
Okay. No. Who did he play for after Chelsea?
He went back to Atletico Madrid.
He did not. He moved to AC Milan first. How strange is that? I completely forgot.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a year on loan at AC Milan and played 10 games and scored 1 goal, and then they signed him permanently and didn't play him and sent him straight out on loan to Atletico Madrid.
No recollection of that whatsoever.
No, it's so bizarre. I mean, that would have been quite a good one for a wiki file just because of that moment.
Yeah.
Because you would have gone, who the hell was
that
that?
can't be. Yeah.
Yeah. Although then it does say Atletico Madrid and Sagan Tosu, so you probably would have, guessed it. Yeah, but
I saw on Instagram that Transfer Market. I like this. This is the fact I like about players. They released the 11 who played the most games with Torres.
Okay.
And I always like this because I always think what players have played most together. Like I imagine like Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld have played loads together. But I also like the other side of it, who's played against each other most times, or have them remember players who've been. You'd have thought would have played against each other loads, but may have just fortuitously never played against each other. Like imagine if you'd gone through and Gerrard and Lampard never played against each other because injuries or suspensions or dropped or something. So those kind of
Yeah.
funnies. But this is the 11 that have played most games with Torres. So we have Pepe Reina in goal,
Right.
Ashley Cole, Diego Godin, Jamie Carragher and Branislav Ivanovic at the back. Gabby, Koke and Ramirez in midfield, then Dirk Kuyt, Antoine Griezmann, and I suppose you've got Fernando Torres next. He plays with himself a lot.
Whee, lads.
Do you know the one player I was surprised with there was Antoine Griezmann?
Really?
Well, yeah, I just don't remember his it's only going to be from his second spell at Atletico Madrid. I didn't think it would have been
Yeah,
much,
true. Yeah, very true. So, and he only played. I guess he played over 100 times for Atletico Madrid in that second spell. So,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's a decent side. He's played some decent players.
Who did you say? Ashley Cole surprises me at left back. Like to play.
Yeah, I mean most of them are around 120. I mean, the most games he played with was Gabby, 185 games, which I presume would be a little bit of Spain, a little bit of Atletico.
Yeah, yeah. True. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's quite an interesting thing. That the 11 who he's played the most games with. So, yeah. You mean they didn't do that with Dario Serna?
What else has happened?
They didn't announce it with Dario Serna.
Shakhtar.
Just the Shakhtar team. Yeah. So, other things in the news. So the England under-21s have gone back to classic England. It's actually that they've done what I'm expecting the senior England team to do at the next tournament, where England under-21s obviously have done quite well in tournaments recently, get everyone's hopes up and then crash out at the group stage, which I'm expecting to happen at the next senior tournament, where everyone's like, yeah, we're going to win it because semi-finals of the World Cup, so definitely going to win the Euros, and then we won't get out of the group. But in an absolutely manic game against Romania, have you seen this, Josh?
I haven't seen the highlights yet. I was busy. But
Have you seen the score?
Yeah, I've seen the yes, I've seen the score and the times of the
yes. If you think it's 0-0 up until the 76th minute, you probably wouldn't predict 4-2 as a final score. Absolutely ridiculous. 1-0 down with a penalty, then 1-1 2 minutes later, then 2-1 down 4 minutes later, then 2-2 a minute later, and then you lose 4-2 with about 3 minutes to go in the game. Yeah, it's just a bit of a kick in the teeth, really, because the under-21s have always been quite good. They had a very good squad. Now, it can always be backed up a little bit, the squad, can't it? 'Cause there's quite a few under-21 players that play at senior level. And, for example, Romania dropped all of their available under-21 players that have senior caps down to the under-21s. So you had the likes of Inisius Hadji, Koeman, Puskas, all playing at quite senior level in respective leagues around Europe, and have all represented Romania at senior level quite a few times, and they all got dropped down to the under-21s. But England don't seem to do that, do they? They seem to be, once you're in the senior squad, that's it. You cut all your ties to the lower teams.
Yeah, and I think that's right, really, because otherwise it does seem like, I don't know, you as a when you're youngster playing, I don't know, I remember playing hockey and you like, if you have a third 11 match, you bring in first 11 players stuff. If it seems like that, it seems like don't bring in your reinforcements to win it. Play with players who play in it week in, week out, and if they're of first team quality, keep them in the first team. For me, I think the way England's done it, it seems like you're just doing it to try and win a tournament, doing it the other way.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very strange, judging by names alone, it was a very strange starting 11 for United. So you had Dean Henderson in goal, you had John Joe Kenny, you had Tomori and Clark Salter at centre-backs, who I'm not too familiar with, De Silva, Mason Mount, Dowell, Maddison, Demarai Gray, Calvert-Lewin and Barnes. And then, but on the bench, they had names like Wan-Bissaka, Phil Foden, Dominic Solanke, Ryan Sessegnon, Gibbs White, Tammy Abraham.
Yeah,
so
a lot of this was a kind of resting, because he was kind of rotating from a side that lost to France, and so it was kind of like using the squad, which I think he probably did a little bit more pronounced than he probably should have done in hindsight.
Yeah, they had to win, so
yeah,
it was very
especially
strange.
Especially after the last minute loss, and
but yeah.
What I would say is that I think for me the thing is point to Adi Boothroyd.
Yeah, definitely.
He's the weak link, and I didn't realise, but Kevin Davies, former Bolton
target man, Kevin Davies,
target man, tweet this morning that Boothroyd's sister is married to former FA's technical director Dan Ashworth, who has worked with in the past. He's gone. Was there actually a job interview for this? Jobs for the boys. So,
do you think he's going to get sacked after this performance?
No, he didn't get. I mean, he probably should. I think it's just that missing link. It's like there's a lot of promise around our youth team, so you really should have the best coaches in charge. And I think Boothroyd's last club manager performance, he got relegated, or I think they were at bottom of the league when he left. So it's like he's clearly not the best man for the job. So tie it all together, please.
The problem I've got is that he may well have been the best person for the job purely because it's the under-21s. Like, who really wants to... You're not going to get a high-level manager. You're not going to get someone that's got the chance of Premier League management. You're not going to get that sort of... I mean, managers probably wouldn't even leave, like, the Championship or League One to go manage the under-21s. So where do you get them from?
It's a weird one, isn't it?
It's very strange. Like, what sort of level would you go from?
I think it might be... I don't know, this isn't very... I go back on my statement of best managers, but it could be... first jobs for a really up and coming manager, but you think like the Frank Lampard of this world, but then again, they're not the best manager for the job, are they? Well, they might be the best manager for the job, but the quality of the applicants is low. But yeah, it is a difficult one to get in at that point.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think it is a tough one, but yeah, I think he needs to go. But anyway, news from you? Anything else?
A weird one, just a quick one. Kyle Walker signed a new contract at Man City. The man's 29 and has just signed a 5-year contract. It's like, for a fullback almost fully reliant on pace, that's pretty impressive negotiation work. I just thought that was probably softening the blow of Cancelo coming in. And
does it not... part of me with that is always like, well, it's Man City, isn't it? So it doesn't really matter. Like a 5-year contract. Yeah. Like, 2 years down the line, if they don't think he's good enough, just pay him off. Like, they're not going to... It's not going to, as long as the oil barons are still there, it's not going to hurt, is it? So,
yeah, very true.
And he'll have sell-on value, won't he? Because he'll be a very well decorated, as in medals and winners and titles and stuff. Even at the age of like 31, he'll have sell-on. Like, they'll sell him.
Yeah.
If they don't want him anymore. So yeah, it's good negotiating, but I think in terms of Man City, it's not that problem. You would be asking more questions if Cardiff turned around and gave someone a 5-year contract who was a fullback that depended on pace or something.
Yeah,
true. So,
yeah,
but yeah.
Other bits, a couple of old players returning or kind of in backroom staff. So Petr Cech appointed as technical and performance advisor at Chelsea. Whatever the hell that job title means.
Yeah, I want to see. Just on that note, I want to see these like job descriptions. Like, of what are their... when a job description... So I'm hiring some people at the moment here in Singapore to work for my team.
Yeah, you got to do a JD.
And I've got to do a JD, I've got to do a job description. I've got to list out the roles and responsibilities and, preferred experience and experience that is 100% necessary and desired experience, all that sort of nonsense. Yeah. I want to see a job... What is that? What is a technical advisor for footballing development or whatever it is? Like, what... Is it... It's just shit, isn't it? It's just nonsense. Tell us what it actually is.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I quite like the fact that Chelsea are going old guard. I mean, rumour is Lampard coming back. There's also rumour about Didier Drogba returning to a club in some capacity. It's like, crikey, let's get everybody in.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
It's a bit... Because I realised, and the other bit of news was Freddie Ljungberg is now assistant manager at Arsenal. He's pretty much swapped jobs with Steve Bould.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
It's all very Ajax, isn't it? Ajax love a former player in there. So currently got Van der Sar and Overmars. It's all very Ajax,
but the difference is that Ajax actually, like, during their coaching and stuff, they send these people away on different sort of courses. So Van der Sar went off and did a course in management or something, or sporting management at university. Okay, Petr Cech might have done that, but if he has, you thought you would have heard about it. And he's been busy actually playing football for the last however many years, so he probably hasn't had time to go and do it. And that's what annoys me about it, is that people just seem to think, well, they put a value on knowing the club. And I was like, yes, to a certain degree, but when it all goes tits up in your face, it's just stupid, isn't it? You ruin all the links with the previous club you had. It really, really frustrates me. Can you tell when they just bring back? When they bring back.
Shall I lighten the mood?
Yeah, please do.
Shall I lighten the mood? Do you reckon Petr Cech will be sat at the desk in his suit, still wearing his scrum cap? Do you reckon
I hope so. I really hope so. I hope they did. I mean, he didn't do it in his official unveiling, but I really hoped.
Oh,
Like,
missed opportunity.
Or when you and someone goes and has a meeting with him, take a football and lob it at his head and see if he heads it, and then be like, whoa, 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 get your hat on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cheered me up. Thank you, Josh. That's cleared the blues. African Cup of Nations has kicked off, so Egypt are hosting it. They beat Zimbabwe. It's always an interesting one, the African Cup of Nations, because I can remember growing up how it was always like basically every big nation, so like your Egypt, Nigeria's, South Africa, had like one standout player when we were growing up, like a Benny McCarthy, a Obafemi Martins, Mo Salah nowadays for Egypt, I guess. Who was the striker that Tottenham had who was Egyptian? Mido. So like that was probably the big name of Egypt when we were growing up.
So
yeah. Is he really tall? Because he looks really tall.
Yeah, he's a big lad.
Yeah.
Big lad overall. I met him in a club in Yarm up near Middlesbrough.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a white Bentley parked outside. I was like, oh, what is that?
What were you doing up in Middlesbrough? In a club in Middlesbrough?
Stag do.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I went to talk to him, and yeah, he blanked me. So
obviously.
Because I think a lot of the other stag doers have gone up to approach him, and I went up to him like, oh, I'm your biggest ever fan. I'm like, well, Josh, you can see right for you there. 'Cause,
yeah, you didn't go up first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like back in the day with the African Cup of Nations, it was always like that one good player, and then you were generally laughing a little bit at the quality of goalkeepers. Like that's what I remember from the African Cup of Nations growing up. But now it's
I remember it being absolutely reckless defensive play. It was like, wow, they are just sliding all over the shop. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like now it's a much more well-rounded competition. And it's quite interesting to see teams that are in it, and it is only teams from Africa, which is much better. Unlike the Copa America, which has Japan and Qatar in it, yeah, which is a bit stupid. But I did like the fact that the guy who scored the first goal for Egypt, do you know who it was? Trezeguet, yep, what a name. Really like it. Yeah, he's actually a very good player. I've signed him on Football Manager, Mohamed Trezeguet. Yeah, he looks quite useful. But I just wanted to make that a bit available. And you know, a team like Zimbabwe back about 10, 20, 12 years ago would have been absolutely annihilated by Egypt. But to come away with a 1-0 loss against the hosts, I think they've done quite well. So,
can you name any former Zimbabwean players?
Former? No. Is Wanyama Zimbabwean?
No, he's Kenyan.
Is he Kenyan? Oh. No, not off the top of my head. Should I be able to?
No, I'm racking my brain. I was thinking, I think there is. I think there definitely is. Definitely someone there. Oh, yeah. Who is it?
Zimbabwe. I mean, this is
great
podcasting.
Shout, we might hear you. Yeah. Shout, we might hear you. But no. Oh, I got it. Peter and Love, yeah. Okay. Benjani, that's it.
Benjani? He was... Oh, yeah, Benjani was... Yeah,
Zimbabwean.
Zimbabwean, yeah. Bloody hell. Yeah, well done. Thanks for shouting.
There you go.
Whoever shouted
well
that.
Done, everybody. Yeah. Well done, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
From shouting out the answers to moving on to the quiz, this is what's coming up now.
Oh,
and
God.
Dave, guess what?
Have I got a name?
Theme tune.
You've got a theme tune? Go for it.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. It's quiz time. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Why not? I mean, it's a bit long, but yeah.
What?
I think you could cut down one of the ooh la 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 las.
Well, then it doesn't fit with the original song. Who by? Do you know who the song's by?
No idea. Who's that by?
What? You don't... OPM, El Capitan.
La, 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 la. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Ooh, la 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 la. And what else they sing? Do you remember the other song?
No.
Heaven is a half pipe.
No, they didn't. That was sung by OPM, wasn't it?
Yeah, the same people who
Is
sing
it the same people?
El Capitan. Yeah.
Oh,
OPM.
right. Okay.
I just told you. OPM.
I thought you said something else. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. Well,
yeah?
Yeah, I'm happy.
You like it?
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listeners, let us know. Are you happy with that quiz theme tune? Can you come up with better? And please do submit a better one to me so that we can replace that.
What?
No, it's good, Josh. It's good. I like it. Well, you've got to do it every week, so that's fine.
No, I'm gonna record it. And you can play it.
Okay, I can edit it in. Okay.
I'm gonna go into the studio.
Yeah. All right then. What is the actual quiz?
Right, the quiz this week. I was looking at the 100 Club, the players who've scored 100 goals or more in the Premier League.
Yes.
Yes, and 10 of those. There's 28 players. 10 of them aren't English.
Ooh.
I want you to name those 10 non-English top 100 or 100 clubs players.
Okay, so I'll start right off the bat with Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Will you?
Yeah. Is he wrong? Is that not in there?
Didn't play enough. I think it was like 95 or something.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Straight off the bat of the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, God.
La, 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 la. El idiot.
It's going to be a Man United v Barcelona quiz answer again, I think.
Yeah. Next up, Fernando Torres. No. Right.
Right. Didier Drogba.
Didier Drogba. Yes, he comes in at lucky Dave, number 27, with 104 goals.
Well, where does that put him? That doesn't help me. Where does that put him in the rank of the non-English 10 players?
Oh, 10th.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm just...
Nope.
Oh my god, this should be so much easier than I'm making it. Who's played for loads of... Who's played loads of games?
Scored lots of goals.
Scored lots of goals
is the actual one you should be thinking of.
Yeah, he scored lots of goals. That's what I should be thinking of.
Think of the greatest strikers in Premier League history.
Yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy, and he's not in there. Yeah, they're all... Oh, Thierry Henry.
Yeah, number 1.
Okay.
Only one of these players is still playing. 2 of these players are still playing, by the way.
Oh, God. Okay. Are they still playing in the Premier League, or have they moved on?
Yeah, no, they're still playing Premier League.
Oh, this shouldn't be this hard. This really should not be this hard. Should it? This should be easy.
Seems though.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3 of them played for United, so.
Oh my word. What? 3 people that have scored 100 goals in the Premier League play for Man United?
Yeah.
And it's not Van Nistelrooy.
Spoiler alert, one of them still bloody plays for you, alright? This is how easy it is.
Oh god.
Now, I'm pretty sure I can hear screaming at the
Oh,
TV.
Yeah, you should hear me. I can hear screaming in my own head, telling me what an idiot I am. Oh my god, why am I drawing a blank? I'll tell you why I'm drawing a blank. It's because we're doing it on a Saturday and I haven't engaged my quiz brain, which is normally on a Sunday.
Oh,
that's
right,
why. Yeah, that's why.
Yes, definitely it. Yeah.
Right, we'll come back to this. This is shocking. This is absolutely shocking. Why can't I think of a player that even plays for Man United now that scored over 100 goals who isn't English?
Who do you think has got the best goals to game ratio in the top 28? I mean, you can't even name some players, but
Frank Lampard.
Harry Kane.
Is it Harry Kane? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it non-English or non-UK?
Non-English. So you've got.
Did Ryan Giggs score?
Yeah.
100 goals? Yeah.
Ryan Giggs, number 9.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I think he's probably got the worst ratio actually.
Okay. That's helpful. Who the hell is still playing for Man United who scored over 100 goals and isn't English? Oh my god.
Dave, name your strikers.
Romelu Lukaku.
Oh, that was... God, I didn't know that was the trigger.
Yeah.
Were you thinking of your fullback or something?
No, I just completely forgot he existed.
Well, we'll move on to transfer rumours, and he might not exist as a Man United player for much longer.
Yeah, that's very true. Right, so I've got 5 more to get. Yeah, 6 more. 6 more to get.
Yeah, 6 more. Yeah, we've got
Gianfranco Zola.
Gianfranco Zola is not on the list.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Fernando Torres isn't in there. Okay, that's fine.
No, he's scored 81 goals for Liverpool.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there, Dave, because I'm getting a little bit
bored.
So I feel a bit sorry for you.
Okay.
Misery.
Yeah, cheers. All right, transfer rumours.
Well, let's catch up on a few done deals. Not many in the last week. The one that caught my eye most was Matt Hummels.
Yeah, back to Dortmund.
Yeah. Let's have a look at his career. 2006, signed his first professional contract at FC Bayern. 2009 joins Borussia Dortmund. 2016 rejoins Bayern. 2019 rejoins Borussia Dortmund.
Why not? No, he knows what he likes.
Yeah.
So
he knows what he likes.
Yeah, why change?
And he likes a bit of Bayern and Dortmund. Yeah, I think that's quite a good signing. I mean, he's their most ever. He's high. I think he's their most expensive ever signing. Dortmund.
Really? Okay.
I think so. Yeah, 30 million as a base package. I think it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a lovely player. Such a intelligent centre back, which is weird to say, but he's. I mean, some of his passing forward, his composure. Yeah, he's a fantastic player. And I mean, I've always thought from watching Dortmund, they always seem quite blessed at the back with a number of centre backs, like especially like Zagadou. I think he's a very good, very formidable centre back. But yeah, a bit of experience back there, and probably a bit of on and off experience would help because they've got a reasonably young side in places. So I think it would be a decent signing.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. Staying in Europe, have you seen someone's made the move, which is very rarely done, from Real Madrid to Atletico Madrid, Marcos Llorente?
Yes, which seems to pave the way for Rodri to City, doesn't it? Because it's that centre mid signing. Michael Llorente, I mean, he had a decent season for Real Madrid, but then that probably says more about Real Madrid's failings because he's not top level, but he's a decent player. But yeah, I mean, 40 million? So, I mean, it's a lot of money, isn't it? When you think about it.
Well, I think and I think it's very strange because obviously Atletico haven't actually sold Antoine Griezmann yet, so they don't actually have any money. Income. Sorry, obviously they have money, but they don't have any income from transfers. So that's still. I mean, he said he's leaving, Antoine Griezmann, but is there any more news on it? It's sort of gone very quiet.
That is a very quiet. I mean, especially. We'll flip it around a little bit here because there's such interlinked transfers. But the rumour at the moment is around Neymar back to Barcelona, isn't it?
Yeah. I was going to talk about that one later, but I mean that's a very interesting one because it was going to be Neymar was meant to go to Madrid, wasn't it? That was like last season, and now this season it's Neymar back to Barcelona, which was where Griezmann was meant to be going. And then obviously Real Madrid have now bought Eden Hazard, and Chelsea can't spend any money. But you'd think with Real Madrid buying Hazard puts an end to them signing Neymar, so it's all very confusing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm not surprised because the vanity project is PSG seemed like it's very short term. It's like I can see Mbappe wanting to go pretty soon. Neymar wants out because if they haven't got the challenge in their normal league and they've been failing in the Champions League, so it gets a bit like, can I really wait another year to have another crack at the quarterfinals for the Champions League, and then it's all over again?
Was it
week in week out challenge?
Was it David Luiz that said it was a PlayStation League? Like he was like, you don't even need to try, and that's why he wanted to leave and re-sign for Chelsea. I think it was David Luiz that said that. Yeah, when he was there. He was like, you just don't have to really put any effort in during the actual league season. It's so easy for PSG. I was like, well, that's not really what you want to hear as a professional. But
no, so yeah, I can see Neymar going back to Barcelona. I mean, there's all been different rumours around which players will go over. Will it be Dembele moving to PSG, which I could see? Coutinho been talked about, which again you could see. So yeah, I think that's that. We need that big transfer kind of trigger a few things. I think so. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one to see. But where it leaves Griezmann, maybe he'll go to PSG as well. I don't know. He's left in limbo a bit here, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he'll go to PSG. I think he'll already be seeing that and thinking, I don't want that as a challenge. Like, I find it quite hard to see Griezmann going to PSG, but then you don't know what money does really. So
no, absolutely.
But yeah. So what other completed deals are there that have caught your eyes?
There's only really one other one which was the Ospina to Napoli, wasn't it?
Oh yes, sorry, I was going to say Ospina's gone to Napoli. No, I did know that. Yeah. It's not really groundbreaking, is it? So
no, but it's been a bit of a slow start to the transfer window overall, and I think that one Colombian moving to Napoli may pave the way for another. I think James Rodriguez seems like he's going to be moving to Napoli, which links back up with Ancelotti where he had a good spell. So I think that'll be quite a good signing for him. I think James Rodriguez pretty much peaked at the World Cup at that time, didn't he? I'm not sure.
What do you mean when Real Madrid bought him? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think his stock will ever be higher than that. But
No, I don't think so.
he'll still turn in decent performances. But yeah,
Because that's what they're saying could be the a deal for Neymar, is that they offer money and James Rodriguez to PSG for Neymar if Real Madrid did go back in for him. So they get someone quite big off the wage bill and then get Neymar in and stay within FFP and all that stuff. But I just, I don't know. The problem we've got is that the big transfer that's happened so far this season was Hazard to Madrid, and Chelsea can't spend the money, so it hasn't started off a cycle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And normally you expect
it's
that,
a
don't
dead
you?
end, isn't it?
Yeah, you expect that big money transfer to happen. You think, yes, it's all going to kick off, and it just hasn't. You've had the big move, and then nothing can come afterwards. Yeah. So
I'll tell you one that is going to be interesting. This won't have many repercussions as well, because Benfica aren't a big buying club, especially from other big clubs in Europe. But it's João Felix. It's just I've not seen much of a lad, but to play kind of 40 odd games and then get signed for, they're talking in the high ends of 100 million with his release clause, is just crazy, isn't it?
It's a very interesting. So Football 365 did a very good article recently about the 5 most highly rated transfers that we've never seen play, or something it was called, and it raised this point about João Felix. It was like, obviously he must be doing something right because all the big clubs want him, but at the moment you've got fans that are just like, well, we need to sign him. Why aren't my club signing him? Like, I've never seen him play, but he's clearly amazing. And that's, have you ever seen that with, like you say, such a young kid who's played not that many games, but what is it, like, 120 million pounds or 110 million pounds or something is the reported figure, and it's just crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And I've probably gone off your point a little bit, but it's
no, it is. I suppose it must be that confidence that he can only so young, as long as he doesn't absolutely tank, there'll be resale value, and it's just a crazy amount of money. Normally if you sign an unheard of, well, completely unheard of, but a youth player like that, you'll be in the kind of tens of millions. You're like, oh, well, okay, well, this player, and that's a pressure of tens of millions on his shoulders, let alone 100 million. Christ.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's an interesting. It's mental, isn't it? I mean, it's mental. The money is mental. Absolutely, it's just so far away from real world life. It's just ridiculous. I mean, what?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to think, like. Surely you could buy some sort of company for like 120 million. You could probably buy a very decent, profitable country
of
for 120
how much
million.
Like Newcastle are for sale for, or like clubs have gone for. You think?
Can you imagine?
Players are going for that now.
Can you imagine if Real Madrid turned around and just went, this summer we're just going to buy Newcastle United? That would be so good. That would be so funny.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, but anyway, I mean, it is. Do you think people are, like, the press are getting a bit bored? So the transfer rumours are in full flow at the moment.
Oh, it's silly season. They're just the amount of different rumours you see, and we have a full on saga this summer with Matthias de Ligt, don't we?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say.
Where is de Ligt going to go?
So I've got there's 3 people that I'd like you to question, Josh, and where they're going to be come the start of the season: Gareth Bale, Matthias de Ligt, and Harry Maguire.
All at United.
I'll take it. To be honest, I'll take it. It's fine.
Okay, so de Ligt, it seems like Juve is going to be his destination, I think. Yeah.
Bloody hell! I didn't see that coming. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for Juve for de Ligt. I think it's a settled environment. If I'm a young player, I want to go to if I'm a young centre back, so I'm saying Matthias de Ligt, I want to go somewhere with an established manager who's got a few years left, so I have consistency under him, assurance I'm going to play, and also in a side which is set up solid defensively. Personally, I think somewhere like Liverpool would suit him down to ground, because you're going to be able to impress a centre back. You've got Van Dijk next to you. You got Klopp, who's probably going to be around for a couple of years, and they're onto a good thing. Juve, a little bit of risk because Sarri's come in, but then again, they're probably going to win a title, you'd have thought, so less risk. PSG, I think you probably impress a centre back, but who are you impressing? You're playing Farmers League. But yeah, United I wouldn't touch with a barge pole, because 1, defence is shocking. 2, they're shocking. 3, no Champions League. No, get out of here. No chance. There's money only. It's like move to China.
All right, bloody hell.
So yeah.
Bloody hell. Jeez, thanks, mate. Yeah.
De Ligt, Juve. Next.
Okay. Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale. Do you know what? I can see him with all his might trying to stay at Real Madrid and just tanking his career and just playing golf and just going, you know what, I'm done now.
Like he said, yeah.
I can see it. It's just he's lost all motivation. He's got money. He's getting on a bit now. He must be like 29.
Yeah,
so
29. Yeah.
I could see if a transfer, it's going to be to a club who just wants that name, wants to spend some money. So I can only see him going to a PSG or a Man United.
Okay. All right, fair enough. And Harry Maguire was the last one.
Harry Maguire, his stock fell a little bit with the Nations League, and I don't think he had an overall. I mean, he was an English player playing in the Premier League last year. Not many of them had great seasons after the World Cup. Are United in the market for a centre back?
Yes, we are.
I think you could. Yeah, I think he could get. I don't think anyone else. I mean, he's not going to be Man City player. Man City needs centre back. They're not going to sign him.
Well, apparently
Arsenal
they are. They are
Chelsea.
in the hunt for him, Man City. Apparently, even though he's got the turning circle of a U-boat.
Yeah. No, I can't see that. He's not. No, not for me.
Okay.
I don't think he's. I don't think he's top level like that. I don't think he's. I kind of would ever get near world class. I think he's always at a tier below at best.
So what are you going for? Are you going stay at Leicester or Man United?
No, Man United.
Man United. Okay. All right. Let me know down below in the comments, please, listeners. Where do you think Gareth Bale, Matthias de Ligt, and Harry Maguire are going to end up at the start of the season or their next club?
It seems like you are set to sign Aaron Wan-Bissaka though. That seems like it's almost,
I think it's been is it a 55 million deal? I think it's 10 million.
Yeah.
45 million down and 10 million in add-ons. I can't really be disappointed with. I'm a little bit disappointed for Diego Dalot because I thought he had quite a lot of promise if he was given a bit of a more sturdy game time. But the other thing is that Solskjaer,
he's quite flexible though. He can play. He's played on the left. He's played in midfield, so he could.
I was going to say I think Solskjaer might see Dalot as a bit more of a out and out sort of right winger when we're going to try and play wide. But I think Wan-Bissaka looked good. I mean, he's got the stats from last season to back it up, playing for Crystal Palace, like the best.
He's a statistically
the best
fullback.
right back, in the league. So
yeah, one-on-one defending, he's fantastic. He's good at bombing forward, dribbling wise. He used to be a winger, but he just his actual passing and crossing ability is where it fails. So don't get him to do that. But yeah, as a one-on-one defender, he's fantastic.
Well, so that's what leads me onto it. I think if you're buying him, you can't. I think it signals the end of Lukaku. I think it does because he's not, like you say, Wan-Bissaka's crossing stats and stuff are pretty. Obviously not poor, but compared to other right backs in the league, they're not good. So you're not expecting him to put crosses in from deep to hit the target man and hit the big guy. But I think it's sort of this revolution that Solskjaer's having about, we're going to attempt to change the way we play, build from the back, short passes, going into midfield and moving out of midfield. But if it comes off, I'm happy with the signing. It's a lot of money. I am a little bit very conscious of the old Zaha effect because I was very excited when we signed Louis Zaha. I was very excited when we signed Louis Zaha as well. But when we signed Wilfried Zaha, I was very excited. But it went. It didn't work out. Change of manager at the time, and I hope Wan-Bissaka, if he comes in, is just as good as he was for Crystal Palace, really. But it's Man United, isn't it? So we could completely cock him up and ruin his career forever.
Could do.
So
hopefully not though.
Hopefully
but we're touching that. But Lukaku's gone. You say Inter Milan seems to be the likely destination.
Yeah, I don't want him to. I think he just needs the right sort of service. You look what he's done for Everton, West Brom, Belgium. He's scored so many goals, like 100 goals already in the Premier League, and
you know it.
Well, yeah, I've already got that one. Yeah, so it's I was very excited when we bought him, and I think he has played quite well for us. I think he's given very harsh treatment for this one season where he's had to, Mourinho obviously told him to bulk up and play more like a target man, and then Solskjaer comes in and that's not how we're playing, so he gets dropped. And I want to keep him. I want to keep him because I think he's a very good striker. But if you're going to get, I don't even know what the rumoured figures are, but I'd assume it's going to be 50, 60 million, sort of around that mark. Then maybe you cash in and reinvest it somewhere else and see how it goes.
Somewhere else then. So you don't think you'd need another forward striker?
It depends, because I think Solskjaer will be playing. I think he'll have 3 strikers to choose from, and I think it will be Rashford. I think he'll play Martial more through the middle, and then he'll use Mason Greenwood a lot more next season. And if you want,
is that good enough?
Well, probably not. But if you want to play with pacey, fast, interchanging strikers, all 3 of them do that, and you can rotate them around. And then you need to buy a winger, because obviously you're taking one of those out of the wing positions.
Gareth Bale, tick.
Well, potentially, yeah. I mean, I think that would be more of an Ed Woodward panic buy on deadline day, or a panic loan, I should say, on deadline day.
Mason Greenwood, then, is he a real deal?
I think he's, yes. From what I've seen so far, I think that game against Cardiff when he played, his movement was good. He could strike a ball well. He looked like he could hold himself in the Premier League against a defence like Cardiff. Yeah, we lost, but obviously the Cardiff defence are quite big and strong, and he did quite well against them. I think he'll be introduced this year. Something I will say is that I'd be happy to see Jesse Lingard sold. I don't think he brings much to the club. He's obviously had his big thing on Instagram or Snapchat or wherever it was recently, which I'm not too fussed about. But he's actually the video and whatever it was.
Hotel room.
Yeah.
Absolute bellend, that guy.
He is. And the other thing that strikes about it is that he's like, what, 26, 27? He's not young anymore.
Yeah.
He's not like a 21-year-old having fun when people say he's still young. No, he's hitting his peak, and he should be focused on what he's doing. And there was a really good thing done recently for some Man United fans that I follow on Twitter about a comparison between what Jesse Lingard posts on social media and what Scott McTominay posts on social media. And Scott McTominay showing like all of his training that he's doing in pre-season with the United coaches, and hashtag be ready, not something else, I don't know. But it's like, it's so different, like, because I'm not saying Jesse Lingard can't, it's not that he can't go out and have this holiday and have fun, just you don't have to be a knob about it. Like, and put it on social media and show it off. And
very few people for me are going to react and go, "Oh wow, that's great, fantastic work, Jesse Lingard." It's like, you're not really pleasing many people with that. I think if you keep that flamboyant kind of laddish attitude behind closed doors, otherwise you're just going to get criticism for it. Enjoy it, but Christ, it's probably hard enough with other people videoing and Snapchatting and Instagramming it, let alone yourself. Just have a bit of sense, really.
Anyway, I think we do need to leave it there and move on. Obviously, without any football really happening for us to commentate on, there will be a lot of transfer rumours in the upcoming episodes, so we'll keep an eye on the movers and the shakers in the footballing world. But Josh, you know what time it is, don't you?
I do.
I got a wiki file. Here comes a wiki file. I got a wiki file for you. Hey, right. Josh has sent me one. I'm just opening it.
Don't spoil it, Dave.
Yeah, don't do a Josh. Don't do a Josh. Okay. Wow, that's a very short careers are always the hardest, I find, when they're short. Right. Youth career, he started at Senrab, then went to Charlton, and then Chelsea. Okay. Where's Senrab?
London boy.
Is it London?
You know what Senrab is?
No.
Senrab's that youth team where like John Terry, Lily King, Ashley Cole.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, right, fair enough. In '93, he made his scene. Well, he got, I'd assume, a contract at Chelsea because he didn't actually play for them between '93 and '96. 0 appearances, 0 goals. Got a loan move to Leicester. 9 appearances, 1 goal. 96 to 2004, he played 260 games for Leicester, scoring 37 goals, which I assume would be his Premier League mainstay appearances. 2004-2006, Birmingham City, 26 appearances, 1 goal, and then in 2000 he had 3 years out of the game, and in 2009 came back to make a solitary appearance for Thurmaston Town.
That seems like a little favour, a little charity match or something.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit like, I'll get you out of trouble.
I am very much like the quiz, drawing a blank. Chelsea.
Oh.
No appearances for Chelsea. Lots of appearances for Leicester. And then on to Birmingham City. So who moved from Leicester to Birmingham with a Cockney accent? And we're talking Well, so when was the Premier League era for that Leicester team? Because they went up and down between '96 and 2004.
Oh, he's part of that Leicester team, with Martin O'Neill. That's solid.
Oh, okay, all right. Do
you want position or international stats?
I will take international stats, and if it's English and 0-0, I am going to be screwed.
No, this is the deal breaker. This one.
I was going to say. So before I haven't opened it, before you send it, can I say it's Muzzy? Is it?
You can say it's Muzzy. Is it?
Obviously, we'll take that as the international being a clue, because I was going to say Muzzy. Is it? But I was like, he must have started his youth career in Turkey. But no, there you go.
No, he was born to Turkish Cypriot family.
Oh, okay. I can't believe he only had 9 appearances for Turkey. I always remember him being quite good.
Yeah, but I think part of it may have been the fact that he wasn't fully Turkish, and a bit of stigma against it, maybe.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one, because obviously the Chelsea thing is a real throw-off. Because I have,
yes, it is,
there's no reason for me to remember him being at Chelsea. He didn't play. We were very young, and he came into Leicester obviously Euro '96 season, so he passes the first rule, and then the second rule is the Kana rule over 30 games, which he easily has done. That's a good wiki file, Josh. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that.
And also, does he not have one of the best names in football?
Yeah, Muzzy, is it?
I mean, it was Mustafa Kemal, is it? But Muzzy, or Muzzy, is it? How many players have got 4 Zs in their names?
Yeah, I can't think of any.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
And any memories of Muzzy, is it? I mean, he's quite a tidy player. In my head now, he'd probably be a championship player. I think there's a bit of a lesser time back then. Maybe he'd be one of those players who'd bounce between.
Yeah, I think
quality good enough to be in Premier League and Championship, and probably was back then, to be fair.
I think if he was playing nowadays, the game would be too technical for him, but he'd be the sort of person that you'd be like, go and just man mark Eden Hazard, and when he gets the ball, kick him and don't get red carded.
Yeah, kind of like it would have been technical player and like a technically good player in the lower league and would be one of the playmakers, but when he steps up, it's like you're technically good, but you're not. You're going to have to be the kind of water carrier at that point.
Exactly, I would 100% agree with that. But yeah, no, Muzzy, is it good? I'm going to enjoy looking at the old photos of Muzzy, is it? Because I've got to obviously edit one in when we do the wiki files at the end of it, and yeah, got to bring back some memories seeing him. But a good wiki file, Josh. A good wiki file. Enjoyed it. Good one. And I didn't
trying to remember why I thought about him.
Yeah,
I say
you normally do have a story.
In bed this morning.
Hey, whoa.
But I think I was going through the old Leicester side. I can't remember what because I was thinking about Steve Guppy and is it Jerry Taggart and.
Why are you thinking about these people?
Do you know what? It all came about from Justin Edinburgh. When I was looking at Justin Edinburgh, I was looking at the League Cup final, Leicester City, and then I must have played on my mind because I did have another one for you. But I won't tell you that because I'll use that in the coming weeks. But yeah, I had a different one for you beforehand. But then this was a last minute addition.
Okay.
So yeah.
It was a very good one, yeah. I like it. Thank you very much. Right then, so you put out a question on the Twitter feed, on our Twitter channel.
I did, and I put out, if your mythical football career mirrored your actual career path, what would it look like? And it's a little bit of a life of its own, this one. So it just got me thinking that like we do on Wiki Files, you see that kind of breakdown, like for Muzzy, is it? We see 93, 96 Chelsea, 96 loan to Leicester. I thought, we don't ever get a chance to do that. And I was thinking, do you know, I initially thought, I was like, imagine if I laid out my CV like that. Yeah. Yes, 2009 to 2015, worked in the NHS. 2015, 2017, worked here and there. And I'm like, it'd be very funny if I had that as effectively a Wikipedia page as my CV. So I thought, let's get everybody give non-footballers a chance to tell their career through the means of a kind of a Wikipedia breakdown. We had lots of replies to it. Dave, do you want to talk me through your one? You've got a little interest in
So
journey.
Folkestone Invicta from the youth team till the age of 18, and then obviously went off to it's not, I guess it was hard to put it in his career, so I just went for life moves generally, because obviously job career that I've included university. So I went to university in Birmingham, and the team I saw most in Birmingham was Aston Villa when I was there, so I suggested that I would have probably played for them if I was there. Then Arsenal, because I moved to North London and lived closer to the Emirates than I did White Hart Lane, so Arsenal 22-24. Then Bristol Rovers 24-30, because I live near Filton in Bristol, and then the inter-city rivalry move to Bristol City for 2 years, 30-32, and then the very obscure taking the huge paycheck to go and play in Asia, Tampine Rovers in Singapore. From the age of 32 to present.
Are Tampine Rovers any good?
They are the best Singaporean team in the Singaporean league, but
glory hunter,
but aren't top of the league. So figure that one out.
Oh,
they're the best. They're the best team in Singapore, but aren't top of the Singaporean Premier League. Because top of the Singaporean Premier League is a team from somewhere weird that I can't remember the name of.
You have different. You have things like Japanese sides. And
we have a Japanese reserve team. Yeah, so but yeah, very strange. What about yours?
My one would be. I mean, I've not moved too far away, so I'd obviously like to again start with the Folkestone Victor youth team up to 18. Then it'll be Watford for 18 to 21. Come back. Then it'll be Maidstone United for a few years. Then Ashford Town. I mean, maybe if I put work career in, it'd be kind of Gillingham, because I worked up that way, so Gillingham would be involved, and then I'll come back down to Folkestone again. But so yeah, it'll be very kind of a very. This player likes his local area. Kind of like,
you literally
Scott Parker going through all the London clubs.
Yeah,
what was it Scott Parker? Yeah,
you haven't gone more north than the Watford Gap, so. You're definitely a southern boy, for the football teams.
Yeah. A part of me, because when I initially thought of it, I was like linking my my companies I've worked for back to clubs. I was like, well, a company I worked for was in the defence industry. They sold arms to the Middle East. Can I link that back to kind of PSG or Man City? But it's
yeah, okay. I want to put a shout out to our mate Jim, who has one hell of a career. So Folkestone Invicta, youth to the age of 18, Sheffield United 18 to 22, Folkestone Invicta 22 to 23, Brisbane Roar 23 to 24, Folkestone Invicta 24 to 26, Brisbane Roar Brisbane Roar 26 to 33, and now he's currently ending at Mackay and White Sundays Magpies Crusaders United FC.
That is one of the most ridiculous names ever, isn't it? Like, which suffix do we want for the name?
Yeah. I would love to know what if they ever made it into like Pro Evo or FIFA, what do they shorten their 3-letter initials to? For Mackay and White Sundays Magpies Crusaders United FC. But yeah, so Jim loves a little returning hero, doesn't he? Folkestone, Brisbane. But yeah, very good. Did any others pick?
One that caught my eye was from at Irish Zillion, Conor Hennessy. It's a lovely one. So Freshford Town, Aston Villa, Celtic, Barcelona, AC Milan, Celtic, Aston Villa, Sao Paulo, and then Marilia AFC. I'm not quite sure. Marilia AFC may be another kind of South America, but that is a hell of a career. That is. Can
you imagine if that happened in real life? It's sort of like Jamie Vardy levels of Freshford, Aston Villa, Celtic, Barcelona, AC Milan, Celtic, Aston Villa, Sao Paulo, Marilia AFC. Like one last hurrah at Sao Paulo. At the start of it reminded me of Jamie Vardy.
I've still got it. I'm playing for Sao Paulo.
Yeah, we had.
Thanks for your replies on that. That was very.
There was one more that I quite. Yeah, Sean Tippins replied, who openly admitted he was like, lower league legend, Gloucester City, Cheltenham Town, Swindon Town, Bristol City, loaned back to Swindon, Bristol Rovers, loaned to Worcestershire and Hereford, Western Supermare, finishing my career at Gloucester.
He's the kind of one who's loved by hundreds of people, but not known by thousands.
yeah, definitely. But thank you very much, as Josh said, for all your entries. Sorry we couldn't read them all out. We actually had quite a lot of responses. And if you haven't left a response on Twitter, please feel free to leave it down below on the comment section, because it is such an interesting way of looking at your career and where you've moved and how people have done it. Because obviously we don't know what these people actually do for work either. It's just so interesting to see where they've actually gone.
They might be different prisons they've been in, for all we know.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's really, really good fun. I really enjoyed that. And I say normally we put out a poll, but I think every so often we might do a little question like that, and just to see what sort of responses we get, because that was very good fun to read and respond to.
I've got another one in the bank for next week, so don't you worry. We'll have something something a little bit different for next week as well.
Excellent. But yeah, that was very good fun. But Josh, we need to get back to my absolute misery.
Yes. Ooh la 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 la. Let's do it, Dave. Right. So that was the quiz theme tune in case you've
tuned in late. Yeah.
Yeah. So I tasked Dave with the 100 club, the players who've scored 100 Premier League goals or more. There are 10 players of that 28 who are not English, and so Dave has to name them. Dave has absolutely made a pig's ear of this. He's so far named 4 out of the 10. He's named Thierry Henry, Romelu Lukaku, Ryan Giggs, and Didier Drogba. Not before he's also named Ruud van Nistelrooy and
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Was it Cristiano Ronaldo? Yeah. So you've got 6 left to name, Dave.
Yeah. So
How you been doing?
I do want to put out there that I think Van Nistelrooy, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Fernando Torres are all 3 reasonable attempts of a guess. They've scored a lot of goals.
Well, yeah, obviously. You
Yeah.
haven't, like gone for Hel de Postiga or something. I'm
No,
not
but I have.
criticising that,
So I've written down whilst we're chatting. I've written down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names, and I guarantee you 2 of them are wrong. So I'll go for them first because I've gone with.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I've gone with Ben Jarney just because purely he was mentioned as a
Wrong.
Premier League footballer. Benny McCarthy because he played for 2 different clubs in the Premier
Wrong.
League. Okay, right, cross both of them out. Then I've got a bit more sensible. I've gone for
You just
Eden
named
Hazard.
You just literally wrote down players
That we talked
we'd
about.
spoken about.
Yeah, that's why I've gone for
I
Eden
just heard that
Hazard.
answer there, Dave. I heard that name there, Dave, and that's wrong as well.
Okay, right. So the next 4 I've got are I think are all correct, but it doesn't give me the full 10. So I'm not going to complete the quiz. But I've gone for Nicolas Anelka purely for the amount of teams he played for in the Premier League.
Yes.
Okay.
Little fact about Nicolas Nelka scored 125 Premier League goals, the same number as Harry Kane. Okay.
Yeah.
He did it. He's done it in twice the amount of games. He scored that in 364 games. Harry Kane's done it in 181.
Very nice. We all know and appreciate the fact you love Harry Kane.
Do you not think Nicolas Nelka's revered as a fantastic player? Like really. Good
I don't
striker,
think he was
but
revered as
that's
a
insane,
fantastic.
isn't
I don't think he was revered as a fantastic striker. I think he was revered as a good striker. I don't think he was fantastic. Like I wouldn't put him in the
Let's make
same
him feel
bracket.
Very good.
Yeah. Comparing to Van Nistelrooy, who's better?
Oh, Van Nistelrooy's better.
Yeah, compare him to Benny McCarthy.
Nicolas Nelka's better.
Okay, next one. Robin Van Persie, because he scored a shit ton for Arsenal and then Man United.
Yes, Robin
Okay,
Van Persie.
I'm on a bit of a roll. Now, I'll go for the one I'm 100% sure is in this list, and then I've got a backup. Although I haven't got them all anyway, so
Okay.
technically it's 2 guesses. But Sergio Aguero must have scored over 100 goals for Man City.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
He's 164. He's 6th in the all-time list and the 2nd highest non-English player.
Oh, wow, okay. And then the one I've gone for, because you said Man United, and the only one... You said there was 3 Man United players, yeah? And I got Giggs and Lukaku.
Yeah. There's,
So the only one I could think of that
well,
scored...
Van Persie was one. I
okay.
forgot Van Persie was one. But there's one more. You're right. There's one more. United
Okay,
player.
yeah. So I've gone for one more, which the only one I could think of as a striker who wasn't English that scored loads of goals was technically Dwight York, because he's Trinidadian.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
And he had,
Tobagan,
and he
yes.
scored an absolute bucket load for Aston Villa as well.
Yes, he scored less than Harry Kane, 2 less than Harry Kane. So let's not talk about bucket loads.
Oh, bloody hell, Jesus! So that is all I've managed to write down on my little pad. So I'm missing 2.
Okay, so yes, you're missing 2.
Did I redeem
one
myself?
is-
Did I redeem myself before we get into the answers? Or is,
Yeah, but I mean,
are we classing that
not
as a
fully,
fail?
the damage has been done.
Yeah.
Damage has been done, Dave.
Okay. All right.
So one of these players, I mean, I really like this player. I'm going to describe him a little. He had an absolute beast of a foot. He absolutely blasted them in for a number of clubs. Left foot, right foot. Originally he played for Atletico Madrid. I don't remember him. He's Dutch, but I don't remember him playing in Holland. But he must have done before Atletico Madrid. Then moved to Leeds, then Chelsea,
Jimmy
Middlesbrough,
Floyd.
then Charlton. Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank.
Yeah. Oh wow. How many's he scored? I didn't even clock.
127 goals.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't even clock him. Didn't even think about putting him on the list.
And this one was sheer weight of numbers as well. So this was a player who is an Irish player who also played for Inter Milan. He's played at Coventry, Leeds, Tottenham, Liverpool, West Ham, and Aston Villa.
And all of them were his.
Aston Villa.
All of them were his boyhood club.
All of them were his boyhood club. And also, actually, that's something we'll touch on quickly. After you name this player, we'll touch on something else.
Robbie
Go on.
Keane.
Robbie Keane. And Robbie Keane lined up for the World 11 at the recent UNICEF Sport Soccer Aid.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of this?
No, I didn't watch any of it.
Are you a fan of this type of football, Dave?
Not really.
You're not?
No. Well, I don't. No, it's no. I'm not. I'm also not a
You
fan of
telling
it
me-
when it happens during another major tournament, i.e. the Women's World Cup. That should be the focus.
Yeah, that was pretty poor.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really enjoy it because I mean, you're telling me if you weren't famous, you wouldn't be wanting to get yourself on this side.
Oh, of course I would, yeah. Of course I'd want to.
Oh, here
Yeah,
we
yeah, I
go.
wanna
Double
play in
standard.
it,
Don't like
yeah.
it, but you'd certainly be part of it.
I mean, I do remember when Serge from Kasabian chipped, was it David Seaman or something? In the
Serge from Kasabian's got something in his locker, hasn't he?
He has, he definitely has. But anyway, carry on, what's the story?
So, no, I just like seeing some. I mean, so Roberto Carlos came on, and that guy just did a bit of back heel, which was just ridiculous. Michael Essien played, was alright. Didier Drogba looked off the pace for someone who shouldn't be so far off the pace. He really did. Did not look good.
How did your appearance go in it, Josh? Last time you played football, how was this?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But no, John Terry played at the back with Jamie Carragher. But Usain Bolt, Jamie Carragher misjudged a flight of the ball, and Usain Bolt got through to score. And Kem from Love Island scored the
Brilliant. I mean,
late equaliser.
what's he doing in there? He's not a celebrity.
Whoa, big fan of Love Island, here, Dave.
No.
Love Island.
Shocking.
Watched. Kem was one of the best contestants in Love Island. He's very good, lovable, very, very enjoyable. Him and Chris had a lovely relationship. But this year's Love Island isn't quite up to scratch. I mean,
Well, it's football talk, Josh, so let's get off this.
quite-
I'm not listening.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh,
Carry
okay.
on.
But it's just really nice seeing the old players play football. I mean, it's a little bit sad seeing them out of physical shape. It's really nice seeing some different players play. I think it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, I do like that part when they come in. I've got a quick. So, did you watch the whole game, or just watch highlights, or?
I watched most of the game.
So, Usain
Yeah.
Bolt obviously was trying to get a professional contract. How bad or good was he?
Oh, he's nowhere near it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
He could get a semi-professional contract. He is nowhere near standard. He's all right. He's got pace, obviously, but that's going to be dwindling because he's getting on a bit. But tell you who did? Do you know the F2 freestylers? Yeah. Billy Wingrove was very good. No, not Billy Wingrove. Who's the other one? Can't remember. Not Billy Wingrove. The other one.
I don't know the names.
It was very good. Yeah.
Well, he's a footballer
he was
freestyler,
really-
so I'd expect him to be pretty good.
Yeah, no, but he was quick, direct. Because one of them was good, one of them wasn't.
Oh, okay.
One guy from JLS was an absolute attacking black hole. Marvin Humes. He was just he played on the wing. It's like, oh, the ball's, and he's missed it, and he's misplaced the pass, and he's miscontrolled it. It was just very, very poor. One of my all-time favourite memories of charity football like this was a person I hate,
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah. When he just absolutely brain farted and kind of speared.
Wasn't it an England
German player,
German? Yeah, it was England Germany charity game,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, that was brilliant. And it was actually a professional footballer he did it to. It wasn't a celebrity.
Yeah, it was. It
Or
was
is it
like
right?
an ex-German player.
an ex-German player. Yeah. He got that was probably his high point in his career as anyone or his high point of popularity in the UK. I'd suggest for Boris Johnson. Yeah, that was good times. But yeah, let's not dwindle this into politics. We've already said no Love Island, and I'm also making a rule of no Love Island, no politics on this podcast.
Yeah,
that's
agreed.
The rule.
Yeah,
So-
never going to go down well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that draws to a close. Unless you have anything else to add, David.
No,
Nichols?
I'm good. Actually, it's been a very fun and I want to use the word diverse. I don't know if that's the right word, but we've covered a lot of topics.
Yes, it's been rambling, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it
been-
has.
Without the solid base, the foundations of Premier League football to review, we just go off on one. I'm just talking about all things, and maybe we should actually have an outro song. Maybe we can sing one together, Dave.
Oh God, we don't need a no. We've got two
More songs. We should have more songs in this.
Right, so in Josh's mind, in about 3 episodes' time, we're going to do a live podcast musical for you. So
Yeah, Greatest Showman. That's a film. That is. Oh,
never seen
you've
it. Never seen it.
Oh, watch it, Dave. There's music in that, top notch.
All right, I'll have
Absolute banging songs.
I've heard the soundtrack.
Watch it tonight.
Kate has it on all the time
Oh.
in the apartment. But
Oh,
I've
well,
never seen
you
the
don't
film.
know. You don't have to watch it then.
Oh, that's all right
You
then.
don't have to watch
Yeah,
it.
it's okay.
You've
Yeah,
heard it.
Good.
Yeah. What's your favourite musical? Have you got a favourite musical?
As in, are we talking a musical film or musical theatre?
Either, Dave. I didn't expect you to actually have one, but
Well, The Lion King in musical theatre is incredible.
Oh, I thought it was bang average actually.
Really? What is wrong with you?
Good first 10 minutes, bored to shit afterwards.
Oh, okay. I'm disappointed in that. You've ruined it for me. I've seen it twice.
Sorry.
I really enjoy it.
You can still have your opinion. You're still valid, Dave.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
Oh God! All right, I'm gonna have to end it there because Dave's about to break into tears.
I'm
So
about to cry.
we'll leave it there. Thank you for thank you for listening. Stay tuned. We'll be back next week for more rambling, and hopefully there's some form of news which you can latch onto and keep some structure to this. But if you want to catch up with us during the week, you can obviously watch this on YouTube, Football Talk. You can find us on Twitter at Football Talk. But remember,
There's no A in football.
there's no A in football. We're also on Spotify and SoundCloud. Give Football Talk a search. Give Michael Ballsack a search. Give Div Cocorigi a search. You'll find us under all those banners. And listen to us, interact with us, and we'll interact with you. Until next time, we're over and out.